Hello everyone, this is Louisim, and in this video I am building a starter home that is only Nifty Knitting and the base game. So if you just bought Nifty Knitting and don't have all the packs, you can just pop this into your game. It is perfect for 1 or 2 sims. And if you wanna download this, you can find it on the gallery. My origin ID is louisim-yt, but I will also leave information about that in the description below. I hope you guys will like this small starter home. I actually really love building starter homes because it's such a challenge to stay within the budget and also with having a pack restriction. A lot of the times I find myself wanting to use a certain item, but then I realize, wait, that's from another pack and I cannot use it. So it's a very fun challenge, and I also like to make my houses feel more lived in, and I try to find some debug objects that would fit in nicely and just utilize as many items as I can and just still stay into the budget. Actually, I saw quite a bunch of people like my other starter homes that I have built, and I was even thinking that I should turn this maybe into a series and try to create starter homes with all the packs from The Sims 4. So for example, I could build a starter home with the base game and seasons, and one with the base game and I don't know, bowling stuff pack. And in that way, if you only have a few packs, you will find a nice starter home that you can use for your Sims. I actually asked on Twitter in a poll to see what sort of homes people would want me to build, and I've had some interesting responses. Basically, the main idea was whether you would like a very pretty home but with terrible appliances, and maybe just no computer or TV at all, but make it very pretty. Or you'd prefer better appliances but not so much work on the exterior or the furnishing. And generally people have said that it is important to have a computer, a skill building object, and other than that I should focus more on the aesthetic of it. I think I agree, because with a starter home obviously you won't have the most expensive stuff and you will upgrade it as your sim starts getting more money. But it is important to have a pretty home, because otherwise you would just go with the default base game ones, but I don't think they're that good, the ones that come with the game. So I think people are in need of better starter homes. And of course, like, I am not an amazing builder, like people have done way better stuff than me, but I can try, like I can provide an alternative with the starter homes that I could build with this series. Please let me know in the comments below what your vision of a perfect starter home is, what it should include or how it should look. And I am actually really curious to see what is most important for everyone. So back to the starter home at hand, because I didn't get to talk about it at all. It is a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom and an open space area with the kitchen and the living room, which is also sort of the crafts room, because there are a lot of knitting utensils and all that. As for the style, I went for a more traditional one. I didn't really wanna go for a grandma vibe either, so it is a bit of a combination between some traditional and more modern objects. This isn't really something that I was very comfortable building, because usually I go for more modern and industrial contemporary styles. So this was a bit of a challenge, especially that roof. You probably saw me trying to get that right for a while there. And I don't know, it feels a bit off at some points, but I think it's decent. And also the interior, I feel like it's a bit bland and a bit white, but I also didn't really have too many options because I kind of ran out of money, and I didn't really have the budget to buy more art and put things on the walls. So I had to leave it as it is. So some walls are a bit empty, but it's a starter home, so there's not really much expectation for it to look amazingly good. So now I have just grabbed some objects from Nifty Knitting that I wanted to use and trying to find a spot for them. I also did use a lot of the objects that are locked by default, so that you would have to unlock through getting a better knitting skill. So I'm sorry if you wanted to unlock this gradually through the gameplay. At least in this starter home I wanted to use them, because otherwise there aren't all that many objects coming with Nifty Knitting that are unlocked by default. And I did want to use all those cute knitted animals and hanging plants. And of course I had to use the rocking chair, which is one of the selling points for this pack. And with that, I also want to ask you what you think of Nifty Knitting, because in a way it's everything that I expected, because I knew what was voted for and I read all those blogs that the gurus have given us. But in another way, it doesn't feel like a very complete pack to me. I don't know how to describe it. For example, with Laundry Day, I love that pack. I think it's my favorite because it has all those objects that you could use in builds, and you also add an extra challenge to your gameplay with it. But with Nifty Knitting, it's sort of like just a skill and crafting. And yeah, there's Plopsy, which actually I haven't had the chance to play with yet, so that's the point of view that I'm kind of speaking from. But I don't know, it's a good pack, don't get me wrong. I just feel like it's missing something. I don't know, don't quote me on that. So back to the building. I think we are approaching in a way the end of it, because the house is almost complete. However, I was trying to find some more decorations that I could put in, and in a second I will go through the debug items and trying to find some plants for the outside, and also some more clutter that I could put around the house. Honestly, this is very off topic from this video, but I just saw that Twisted Maxi, which is a modder that has built some amazing mods for The Sims 4, is working at another mod that is gonna let you categorize and also duplicate debug objects, which as a builder is like, oh my gosh! I have been waiting for a mod like this for so long, because it's so frustrating knowing that debug item that you want to use, but having to go through all the catalog and trying to find it. It's incredibly frustrating and hard, and I cannot wait for that mod to come out. I am so excited about it. And if you are a builder like me, you probably know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, that's completely fine. But I should probably stop talking about all my building wants and needs with this game and focus more on the video and trying to commentate for you guys what's happening on the screen. So I wanted for the kitchen to choose some debug items and have them displayed on those shelves, so that way it looks less empty. And I wanted to try use those balls, but I did play test it, and they were spoiled after a while, so I had to delete them, and I think I used some packages of coffee instead. So yeah, those balls, the idea did not work, I'm sorry. But the other items seem to be fine, so I really hope the others won't spoil after more time or something like that. But I think those oil bottles or whatever they are safe. And I don't know, I really like this idea of using all those hidden objects as decorations, especially for starter homes, where if you wanted to buy a pot or something, it would cost like 100 simoleons, which is a lot. Alright, so that was it for this video, and thank you so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more Sims 4 content, and also please leave a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.